Hello, welcome to simplefinancesupport.com. Today we would like to discuss about the business process, accounting document display. Sometimes you call it as a journal display inquiry about the accounting information. So this business process pretty much is part of your finance business process. Okay, so let's look at what exactly this business process is and also outline process attributes and technical attributes in SAP, and we would see a short demo towards the end. So the business process name, journal display, inquiry, accounting document display, you can say, of course, this ERA22102 is our process code that we have part of our simplefinancesupport.com. So when we refer ERA22102 means always the business process journal display inquiry. So let's look at the process input and output for this particular business process. So any business process that we discuss will have definitely process inputs and leading the information leading to the particular business process, and also the process information itself, and also the process output. So in this case, from the process input point of view, once the journal is posted, once the accounting journal is posted or invoice is posted to a customer or vendor invoice, or if any fixed asset is capitalized, so like that information, if it's entered and journal is posted, so that is the information is ready for displaying the document. And also the input wise, sometimes if you need accounting analysis, that is the process input, and then you are going and executing this business process, right? The same way audit inquiry and any other kind of information that you would like to have as a process input. And then the process wise, you are displaying the document, either it is a single document or multiple documents, and you are also analyzing that particular document. As a process output, like you are pretty much working on this particular process and trying to see what that you can get out of this particular business process, meaning either you are downloading the information or printing the information, or for audit records maybe you are taking the screenshots for the business process that accounting document displayed, or you may be looking at the accounting balance information like that. So accounting document or the journal shows the source process of the document, meaning like from where it is originated, whether it is an invoice document or whether there is a journal entry entered manually, such information, and also certain audit attributes such as like when and how this document is posted or entered in the system, and what GL accounts or general ledger accounts are involved for the journal, this particular journal. So that kind of information is available part of this business process. Okay, let's look at the business process attributes. So if the business process is the journal display, and what are the attributes for that particular business process in the system, in the process. So the process name is like journal display, accounting document display, or journal inquiry. So like that, names can be anything, but end of the day you're trying to see what accounting document is entered, what is debit and credit for that particular document, right? And also the type of the business process is a report or analytical information. Frequency wise, it may be daily, ad hoc, whenever you want to display the document, and also monthly, or maybe journals that you are pulling out for the audit purpose. So it's like a daily, monthly. If it's a daily, automatically it can be monthly, yearly, like that also. And primary business group involved in this business process is the finance itself. So it's like if you think of a business functional areas, the finance is the one which is primarily responsible for accounting document, and the leading role from the business process perspective, it's a general ledger accountant. If you go to any company, general ledger accountant is primarily dealing with displaying the documents and inquiring the accounting information. So governance perspective, it's a corporate policy that specifies like accounting, the policy that is laid out, and who gets access for what kind of information is part of the governance. And of course, the risk is a financial and operational risk. For example, if the data is accessed to unauthorized people, it's like you have a financial risk there, and leaking out the information. For example, if somebody is looking at a customer invoice, so which means he can know which customer is buying the products, and that kind of information can be leaked out. So that is the financial risk is involved here. And also, the controls perspective, segregation of duties have to be strictly enforced for this business process. So these business process attributes that I am describing here are system independent. No matter which system your accounting system is, but from the business process perspective, these are the attributes for the business process. And now let's look at the SAP process and the system attributes for the same business process, which is like functional area wise, it's finance. SAP module is SAP GL. Transaction is FB03 and FB03L. These are the primary transactions. Of course, you can access the accounting document from multiple sources, but these are the two primary transactions to access the accounting document. And also the tables, if you think of the tables, underlying tables, the data is stored is what you call BKPF and BSEG. It's a header information and line item information. And in S4 HANA, which is the latest version, ACDOCA table is the universal journal table, and entire information related to accounting journal is stored there. And from the SAP roles perspective, the primary role is BR_GL accountant. Of course, multiple roles, these particular transaction codes are available. Okay, let's look at the demo for this particular process. So SAP demo business process on the journal display. So in SAP you have the menu path, so accounting module, financial accounting, general ledger, and then the document FB03 is the one which I was referring, FB03 or FB03L. So if you double click on these documents, then it's like a single document that you can enter and display. And let me click here the document list, which to list out multiple documents. For example, I'm giving the company code 1710 here, and fiscal year 2016. Let me give here and execute wide open. So once I execute wide open, what happens is that system is telling me that specify another criteria, otherwise it will give you large number of documents. So I don't care here right now. So let me go ahead and execute. So this is the list of documents. For example, 156 documents are there in the system for company code 1710. Of course, this is a test system. So, and then I'm clicking on the first document number, and it will show you what is the debit, what is the credit information, So of course in SAP you have posting keys for specifying the debit and credit. It's more of a technical terminology from the SAP perspective. But end of the day, you have a debit and credit. Credit is always indicated with a minus. There is a little symbol which is after that amount, which is 150. Small minus symbol is there, which indicates it's a credit, whereas the 150 is a debit. So obviously it's a built-in control that you will never post an accounting journal without balancing the debit and credit. That is a accounting fundamental requirement. So, and also the information it will tell you on the face of it, okay, what is the document number, what is the document date, when it is posted, posting period, which is accounting period wise, fiscal year, which fiscal year and which period it is posted. And of course, if you click on the header information, it will tell you who posted, when it is posted, what is the transaction code it's used for posting, such as the information will be available. And also, if you really go into the details, for example, you would like to know what are the document changes subsequently happened. So you can go to the environment here, click on the document changes, and then you see here for example here discount percentage, how old information was 0, and when the document was entered the 0% was there. Subsequently there's a 2% is entered. So if you double click on that, it will give you who changed this particular information like that. Okay, So which means it's and also you can look at the technical names and the business process name itself, right? So this is a good information for the auditors. And also you can do multiple things, like as I was telling that, like as an output for the business process, you can pretty much take the screenshot, and also sometimes you can attach an attachment here. So there's a little icon, services icon is here on the document. You can click on that, say attach. If any attachment list is there, it will display. For example, this is the audit note. There is an attachment which is a note itself. You can double click on that and it will tell you what was the note. Okay, so if somebody is entering a journal and if he wants to add some further information, you can add a particular like attachment itself. Like attachment you can just attach from your system. It can be any document which is as long as the document that you can handle, a file that you can attach. It may be a PDF, it may be a Word document, Excel, or any other notepad note like that, or you can just simply add a note here. So this information is a very good information. Of course, there is a workflow built in. You can build the workflow and all that, but here for our discussion I'm just keeping it simple. So you can do certain information, you can pretty much you can have that information. And also in this case only 2 lines are there. Sometimes it may be like hundreds of lines may be there for a journal. And if you double click on the line, it will tell you further information. For example, what is the amount, what are the payment terms here, like all this information is displayed here. Okay, and if any text is written for the line item. So this is the line item information for a journal. You see that which account is that, and how how the information is there. Here not much information, but if there is a additional information is there, you can always see here. Okay, so and click on that like information, further information to see here. And sometimes you can navigate back and forth. For example, I can double click here and try to go to accounting document itself to display what accounting general ledger account it is, like that. Okay, so this is all about the business process of accounting document display. So hopefully you enjoyed this particular business process. Again, FB03 is a very simple transaction code, but I try to explain from a business process perspective how auditors look at, how accountants look at, not from the system perspective but the process perspective. Okay, hopefully this business process explanation gives you more insight into how you approach business process in SAP. Thanks for watching, and please visit back us at www.simplefinancesupport.com. Thank you.